Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I wanted to make a video showing how I fixed the clock in my, it's not mine, but how I fixed the clock in a 1990 Honda Accord. And I haven't seen any videos on this, so I thought it'd be a decent one to make. So, and it's also going to be kind of done in a reverse order. So you're going to see, because I wasn't prepared to make a video on this, like a how-to. We'll see how this works out. So anyway, so this is the clock completely disassembled, and I'll show you what I did. Couple of notes: if you ever get if you get this far and you follow me, it looks like there's a burn spot there. That's just how the glass is. It's like they probably vacuumed it and soldered that spot or something. I've looked at other ones and they're all like that. When I got this, this is looking pretty clean right now. I'm gonna do a zoom in right here for you. You can see, now that I zoom in, you can see how much I'm going to put it down so it's not shaking as much. How much pitting and, whoops, sorry about that. How much pitting and corrosion there was. And this is after I've cleaned it up. The resistor is pretty bad. That end pin down there, it's pretty bad. This one, it actually was so bad it was actually rusted off. It was gone. And it snapped off there, and I was looking at it and it didn't look like that pin was in use, so it kind of like really lucked out on that. So what I did, I'll show you a couple other spots. Underneath this deal here, I cleaned this up, and you can mine lifted up. I think this is supposed to be all sealed down. It's only like tacked down in the middle, but I cleaned the bottom of those pads up. And what I did was I hit it with some just some WD-40, one of my favorite products, and that loosened up a lot of the gunk. And then I just used, like, you know, a Q-tip and a toothbrush. Did the toothbrush first, cleaned it all up, and then hit Q-tip, helped get off all the dirt, and cleaned up the backside. And then I also used one of my favorite products, CRC, this electrical contact cleaner. Electronics cleaner is what they're marketing as. It was really good stuff for use for your connectors and such. I hit that, scrubbed it some more, and I got it all clean. It was like really caked on, really rusty, really dirty. And the symptoms of all this was my clock would sort of work. Sometimes it'd be really faded looking, and then other times it just wouldn't come on. But the time was holding, so I figured, it's probably got bad capacitor or something. And so I don't know what happened. Probably somebody had a coffee or something. Maybe had stopped real quick and threw it up on the dash, and maybe it got in there and dripped down and contaminated these connectors. And there's tons of gunk, and that's kind of what it looked like. Maybe an old latte thrown on there or something like that. Anyways, it didn't look anything like this. This is all cleaned up and nice looking now. So it's pretty good for being this old. It's really good looking condition after I got it all cleaned up. So then I took it out and I plugged it in, and I'll show you all that. And make sure, you know, I'm like, okay, is this going to work? Because this had a lot of corrosion on it, and I was worried that the resistor was blown, but it wasn't. And it seemed to all work out, even though I was missing that pin there. So, pretty happy with that. And so from this point on, I'm going to start showing you how I reassembled it. I did use a little pick to get in there a couple of spots to get some of the corrosion out. I'm going to pause it now and kind of start reassembling it and show you as I go. Okay, I kind of looked around. I think I got all the parts for this. So this is typically how your clock kind of sits in your dash. This little door opens. Right there you got 3 buttons, and then this deal up top there. Anyhow, and if you flip it over, it's just kind of like an empty case. And I cleaned all this. It had like coffee or whatever the heck it was all in here and stuff too. So the first thing you want to do is kind of work on your buttons. You're going to find a circular peg with a slot in it. It'll only go in the circular peg hole, and the slot will help you get it going. Now it's designed so when the door is closed, it pushes pressure on there. So, you know, if you flip the door, it might shoot it out. So, because the door is spring loaded. Then you have 3 pegs. The middle ones goes, let's see here, Okay, the middle one is looks like a middle one. It's symmetrical. So you just kind of drop that in and carefully flip it over and see it lines up right there. It's in the center there. So, and that right there is a good example. Like when if you drop it, it's going to shoot out. So kind of keep pressure on it. Now the other two pins really don't matter which one goes where, but it's got little the button presser things are offset. So you want to make them offset, pointing up and down. And actually, I'm gonna have to look at. Oh, this went. I believe this went inside. Yeah, that goes on there. So there's a little plunger. You clean all these little black circle dots, and what those are is contacts. They're made out of carbon or something. I don't know what they are, but I can tell that clicks on the that little surface right there. So you want to clean those surfaces too. And the rest of the plungers are essentially already attached to the board. So then at this point, what you want to do is, let's see, you can look at your buttons and look at the gray section, and that's how you can tell which way this goes. And this blank one here, so you flip it up like this and you drop it in. Now I'm gonna have to, okay, I think I got it. I thought it was gonna like clip in or something, but so it just sits there. And then at this point, you can take your back and it's got a tab on one end that kind of matches up with this tab, and the other end, it has a gap so that it'll cover the connectors. And so you're kind of like assembled at this point. The last step is take these clips, and I'm gonna have to double check how I did it, which one went to which side. Oh, okay, here you go. I remember. There's a little nub right there. They really designed this well. There's a little nub right there, and so you can only put the clip on one way because there's only one that has a hole in it. So you drop that in there, and then I'm not going to make you watch me put the screws in. You have 4 of these little screws that go in each other the corner. So this one will straddle this. Or should. And basically get onto the other clip. I'm going to stop the camera. Oh, there it goes. Now all I'm going to do is stop the camera so I can use 2 hands and put the 4 corner screws in, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got it assembled. I just put the screws into the 4 corners, and now you can see I got lightnings, and here's not so good. See all my buttons there. I can push them. They're all working a lot better than they were before, because before it was all gummed up. And so you just use like a jeweler's screwdriver. And I've seen these in the dollar stores. If you go to the tool section, you can pick up a little pack of these for $1. Now those ones are really cheap, and they're gonna wear out. But get you by for $1. You get your screwdriver small enough to where you can get at these little tiny screws like that. And then the money you save on a job like this, you can use to buy a nicer set off of eBay or something. Anyhow, so that's how of course you do the reverse of this to take it off, take the screws off and disassemble it. And so that's all there is to the clock and how it works there. You know, and then they just got to plug it in. So I guess I'm going to go out to the car if there's enough daylight out, and I'll show you how you get this out by putting it in, if that makes sense. Okay, here comes the real hard part. I'm going to kind of show you, you know, you got your connector there, and you got your connector here, and the clock sits in like this, and I'm going to put it in. A couple things I want to show you. The only thing the manual, and this is the OEM manual, it says is take out the left side before you take out the right side, and it doesn't really tell you how this works. And I spent like 15 minutes fighting with this thing trying to get it out. Some suggestions are, I just got some plastic body panel tools to help out the 90 degree and the straight ends. That'll help you. You don't want to break this stuff. And it was really frustrating because I was almost to the point where I gotta break it. I don't know how to get the darn thing out. First I'm gonna hook up this connector. Well, here, I'll show you something. Excuse me. If you look at the this guy right here, this is what's holding it in. And you kind of got to get your body panel to press. It felt like I got to press in right here and push. And if you look inside here, it's just like some kind of cardboard material. It's like latched on behind that. So, and you can't see any of this when it's in. You'll see when I get it all in. So it's kind of like taking a car stereo out if you ever did one of those. So that's going to clip in there, and I'm not even sure how 100% how it was in there. But it felt like I either got on the inside. I think what happened is I got on just to the edge of this and pushed, and it caused, I got my little plastic tool in there and pushed it in like that, which finally released it. But I could not get it out. Anyway, so all I'm going to do, I need two hands, is I'm going to just plug it in and then show you how I put it back in, which will be the reverse order, and we'll see how that goes because I only can do it with one hand. So I'll be right back after I plug it in. Okay, here goes my attempt at showing this. So you're gonna do this the reverse way. So you want to take the left side out first and then the right. And the reason being is if you pulled on the right, the wires are hooked on and you could break off this piece. So because I'm putting it in, I have to put the right side in first. And so you'd be kind of like, you need it to go out this way. So I'm pushing it in, you hear it click, boom. So when you take it out, you need to take it out on this side first. And I just got my body panel tool stuff here, and see it kind of clips in, it lifts out, and then now that you know that metal tab's back there, you need to work to get this in there and try to like push in to get it to release. It's not going to come out. It will almost come out, and you'll be fighting with it 15 minutes like I did. You're getting it this way and it just won't come out. It's the whole key is that little metal tab in there. And I don't know that I've ever seen a video anybody showing this. So let's give it a try and see if it works here. Be frustrating if it didn't. So find my keys. And I'm not going to start the car. I'm just almost going to start it. So I just put it in, turn the ignition, get strangled by the automatic seatbelt. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a bummer. Maybe I gotta turn on the lights or something. That sucks. It was work. Oh, there it goes. Oh, man, that scared me. I was like, I did all that work. I don't know if that showed up on camera. I'm gonna start the car, get some juice going. There you go. I've turned on the lights, and there we go. It's nice and bright. Hopefully it'll stay on. Oh man, I turn off the lights and it gets more juice to it. So that's kind of weird. That's kind of, kind of old car thing. So there, that looks like brand new. I mean, this is, if I was lucky on a good day, it was about half that bright and it would go out on me. But now, like when I'm driving around, I'll get to see my time. And then let's see if my buttons work. I can't see this. I'm gonna push the hour one. Let's try it with the other hand. Sorry about the shaky camera. There it goes. I'm setting the time. The minute one's always kind of stubborn and hard to, you gotta push it a little bit harder, but there it goes. So it's working. I'm pretty happy with that. I was really worried that it wasn't gonna turn it off. So apparently when you turn off the car, yeah, well, I guess that makes sense. See if when I turn without starting, now it goes on. So it probably just took it a little bit to energize those capacitors and everything. It's looking really good right now. So I hope this video, I hope somebody who's been struggling for 15 minutes trying to get the darn thing out and worried about how they're going to fix it finds this video and it helps them out. So if this video helps you out, give me a thumbs up and hit like. And if you subscribe, you get more videos as they come out. Thank you for watching.